Not every closed door is a punishment. Some are silent redirections. What if the setback you're facing is life saving you from something far worse? Stay with me till the end. You'll see why it had to happen. Once upon a time, in a quiet countryside town, there lived an old man named Thomas. He didn't have much, no fortune, no fame, but he had one thing everyone in town admired: a strong, beautiful white horse. People would often stop by his little wooden fence just to catch a glimpse of it. Rich men offered to buy the horse for a small fortune. But Thomas always smiled and said, "He's not just a horse, he's family." To him, that horse wasn't property. It was years of companionship, silent walks at dusk, and the one soul who never judged him. Folks thought he was crazy. "Sell it and live easy," they said. "You're too old to be working this hard." But Thomas didn't want more. He was content. Then one quiet morning, something strange happened. The horse was gone, without a trace. The villagers rushed over. "That horse was your only treasure, old man. What terrible luck." Thomas looked at the empty stable and calmly said, "Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's not. Time will tell." They shook their heads. "He's in denial," they whispered. But in Thomas's heart, he knew life had a rhythm, its own quiet wisdom. A week later, the horse returned. And it wasn't alone. Behind it were 3 wild brown Mustangs, strong and untamed, following like a herd. Now the same villagers came running back. "You're the luckiest man alive. You lost 1 horse and gained 4. But Thomas just chuckled and said, "Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not. Who really knows?" Thomas's son, Jake, was excited. Young, strong, and full of energy, he started training the wild horses. He wanted to help his dad and turn their luck into something big. There was laughter in the stable again. Hope stirred in the air. But on the 3rd day, one of the horses bucked. Jake was thrown hard and broke his leg. The same villagers returned. "That's awful. First the horse ran away, now your son's hurt. This is a curse." Thomas wrapped his son's leg in silence and said, "Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's not." The townspeople were stunned. How can he stay so calm? But Thomas had learned. Life doesn't reveal all its cards at once. 2 weeks later, war broke out. The government sent soldiers to the village. All healthy young men were drafted and taken away to fight, except Jake. His broken leg made him unfit for duty. The other families cried as their sons left, not knowing if they'd ever return. One neighbor looked at Thomas and said, "Your son's injury saved his life. You were right all along." Thomas, with tired eyes and a steady voice, said only, "Maybe." The village never saw things the same way again. Over time, they stopped rushing to label events as good or bad. They realized that life is like a long movie. You can't judge it by just one scene. You have to wait until the story unfolds. Because the scene you're struggling in today might be the reason you rise tomorrow. Life isn't always fair. It's messy, unpredictable, and full of surprises. But sometimes, what feels like a setback is really a setup for something greater. Life breaks us only to rebuild us stronger than before. So when life throws you off track, pause, breathe, and remember, everything happens for a reason, even if you don't see it yet. What hurts today might protect you tomorrow. What looks like a curse could become your greatest blessing. Don't judge too quickly, because when one door closes, God might be opening 10 more behind the scenes. Believe that. Stay calm. Stay patient. Stay faithful. You're not being punished, you're being redirected.